we just got a LOI on it. We'll probably, if it all pans out, we'll make
$2.5 million.
like $2.5 million just on that one deal.
Yeah.
So
$2.5 million sounds pretty good, bro.
I'll take that and run. You know what? I get excited about that. It doesn't matter how much I have going on. It doesn't matter the leverage I have. If it's a good deal, I'm going to buy it.
Is there something that is on your mind that maybe like a story or something that you can share to show people that you truly can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it?
The partnership into a different direction, and I lost probably about $150,000 on that.
What happens after you buy your first flip? When you start scaling, what happens?
So I had two options. I could let it go and take the loss on it and just let it go, which would have went back to my lender, which was James, or I could dig deeper and go more into my pockets and get out of it. And that's what I chose to do.
Welcome to another episode of Pick Up the Phone podcast. I'm your host, Josue Llanas. I'm the CEO of Bancom.io. We help companies with marketing and AI. Today's guest is Derek Kelley. Derek Kelley has done over 400 transactions in the last 4 years. He's got over 20 flips active on the board today, and he owns over 300 active doors in real estate. So, Derek, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, man, let's get started, dude. You've grown a lot, man, and I just getting to know your story prior to filming this. I think what is the most impactful for me is the fact that you had a W-2 while you did all of this. That's nuts, bro. Congrats on doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, bro. How did you were 19, you told me a little bit earlier, you were 19, you started in the plants?
Yeah, started in the plants, working a W-2. I was 19 years old. I broke my first $100,000 when I was 19.
When you were 19?
19 years old.
Nice.
Whenever I got into the plant. So,
Yeah.
and I was making good money.
Yeah.
I've never made less than that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And I was just working the W-2, living the plant life, married, kids,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I had a house, kind of did like a house hacking, and wound up paying that property off in 2.5 years of working.
No kidding.
And I wound up buying the house directly across the street from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had two of them, which were in Baytown, right across the street from each other. Had one that had rental in there, had no issues because it was a newer home.
Mm-hmm.
Foreclosure that I bought was like $85,000 at the time.
Wow.
And then bought the one across the street, which was another foreclosure. This is in 2008.
2008?
Yeah, this is 2008.
While the whole world is falling apart.
Yeah, this is the whole world's falling apart.
Yeah.
2008, 2009. Had I known what I know today, oh man, it'd have been a buying frenzy.
Right.
I didn't know about hard money. I didn't know about any of that stuff back then. All I knew was traditional buying and what it take to get down and everything else. So,
right. Were you born and raised in Baytown?
I was born and raised in Baytown.
Went to school out there and everything?
Went to school out there.
Graduated.
Yep. And it was a very comfortable part of my life. I had a family, was making, good money.
Yeah.
Had a house that I had paid off. I had a house that was across the street, had a rental. Everything was fine, but it didn't really, I always wanted more.
Right.
Like out of life.
Right.
It's like I was getting, I don't want to say satisfied with mediocrity, but it became normal to me, just like wake up, go to work, like a rat race.
Yeah.
Just continuous.
Yeah.
But it didn't really like move the needle for me, and like stocks and stuff like that I was doing. 401k, I was, putting in my max amount of 401k every year. I would see that go up. I had pension plan, all that stuff like that. Good medical benefits. So to leave something like that is extremely, extremely hard, especially when I'm not forced to do it.
Right.
But that wasn't what I wanted out of life.
Right.
Like I was telling you earlier, I really wanted to be able to wake up whenever I wanted to and decide what I wanted to do for the day.
Yeah.
And it was never a dollar figure or nothing like that. I don't know what amount of money would allow me to be able to do that, but it's just to be able to go on vacation and not come back if I don't want to. I'll come back whenever I feel like it. Like
right.
that's to me is the ultimate freedom, the unlock code to get to. And what path do I need to take to get there? It's through real estate.
Yeah.
90+% of all millionaires become millionaires through real estate. There's no reason to revamp it.
Right.
So that's kind of where I would focus on to Early on that showed me success in real estate, which I only had a couple of houses at that time.
Yeah.
And I went off into a medical company for a little bit where I did some investment, lost my ass on it. And about 2017 is whenever I sold those properties. Whenever I sold them,
your primary home.
Yep, I sold those two properties. Whenever I sold them, so I wound up buying that one, paid that one off, bought the house across the street, wound up paying that one off, and I had two rentals that were there, and the two rental income that I had from that paid for my other house that I had. So it was like these were paid and were paying for my other house. It wasn't paid off yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I built one out in Barbers Hill ISD. That's where my kids went to school because I wanted them to go to school out there.
Where
in Barbers Hill ISD. It's a Mont Belvieu area.
Okay, got it.
So in 2017, I decided to sell them. I don't know why, but I just thought it was at the peak of the market that the highest that would go. These houses more than doubled in value, and I'm like, there's no way these are going to get more than this.
Yeah.
And I sold out. I got all my money from that, and I was sitting on cash, and I'm like, Hurricane Harvey happened in August, and those houses flooded. So I got lucky. I didn't have flood insurance on them.
Wow.
So yeah, I had sold. I was good. I was great. No problems.
Yeah.
And 2019, I kept watching Toller. I kept watching him online, take a post. We ended with school with each other, but we went to different schools. He went to Lee, I went to Sterling. Mm-hmm. And I've known him, through baseball whenever we were playing at a way younger age, 8 years old, 9 years old.
Are you guys similar in age?
Yeah, we're same age.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we both graduated in 05. He just went to Lee, I went to Sterling.
Got it.
So
you guys are both from Baytown.
Both from Baytown. Yeah. I kept seeing him post stuff, and I'm like, man, what's this dude doing now?
Yeah.
Like these houses and stuff. And I'd sold mine, and I'm like, so I hit him up. I talked to him and everything, and he's like, well, come talk to me. So I came and talked to him, and next thing I know, that was like on a Friday. By Monday, he showed back up at my house. We both had cashier's checks for $120,000 to go buy at the auction, foreclosure auction. We went to go try to buy a house. And I found the property, and I was like, we'll go to the auction, and we could buy it. I didn't have avenue to get – it didn't make sense to me. How are you finding these properties offline? People don't just call. Why do they call you?
Right.
Like, how does this make sense? Well, I learned that later on how that made sense to me, but I couldn't grasp it at that time,
right.
in the early ages of finding off-market properties like that. I just knew about HAR, going online and stuff. So we go to the auction. We go there and go try to buy it. Didn't work out. But that showed me the path that I could take.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I've got cash. I can go buy these at the foreclosure auction. So I was buying off like auction.com, going to the county and going to buy these houses because they would come to me, and I learned how to do the vetting.
Right.
So I was vetting these properties, learning how to get inside of them before I bought them in auction. So I had upper hand because I knew how much the rehab was. And I used to do all those rehabs myself. Every time I buy them, I'd go in there and I'd be painting them. I'd be doing the flooring, the baseboards, doing the backsplash, tile work. I would be the one that was in there doing all the plumbing, the electrical stuff.
Yeah.
Something that didn't require a master, changing out electrical plugs, stuff like that. Shut the main breaker off. I can do what I wanted to.
Right.
So just basic stuff like that I was able to do, just handyman stuff, putting ceiling fans and all that.
But let's back out here for a second. I mean, you go to the foreclosure with James. When did you buy your first flip?
About 2 months after that. It was either the following month, right after that, because it's on the first Tuesday of every month.
Yeah.
It was either that next month or the following month after that. It was very fast.
Right. And so how did you find that deal?
It was at the auction.
It was at the auction?
Yeah.
So you guys kept going back to the auction?
I went back to the auction.
You went
Yeah. So I tried to buy that one with him first, and then I saw that. Then I went back to the auction myself, and I bought a house at auction. It's like $125,000.
And you bought that by yourself at that point?
Yep.
Got it.
And then that house, I think I wound up selling it at like $167. It needed like $5,000. It was very easy in and out.
Yeah.
I think I wound up finding the buyer for it off market, and I wound up making probably $30,000 out of it. Yeah, something like that. So it worked.
Yeah.
And then I did it again.
Yeah.
And then I was buying off auction.com, Hubzu, Hudson and Marshall, but
mostly foreclosure properties.
It was foreclosure properties.
And this was back in when, 2018?
No, this was 2019 to 2020.
2019, got it.
Yeah, 2019, 20. I was buying houses directly into my name at first. I didn't have an LLC or nothing like that. I didn't actually get an LLC that I put into an actual property until like May of 2020. And that's whenever I started buying into an LLC.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like looking at timelines, kind of how everything kind of develops here. 2017, you sell your houses, and then you're kind of looking around, or what do I do with this money? And then 2019 is when you actually start jumping in and start buying properties. The whole time you have a full-time job, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the foreclosures. What do you do with your job, like when you go to the foreclosure?
I'd tell them I'm not going to be there on that day, and I would take vacation day.
You take a vacation day.
I'd go there in the morning.
Yeah.
I'd be set up at the evening. I would leave, and I would. Well, yeah, no, I was on straight days at that time, so I was on day shift.
Yeah.
I wasn't on night shift anymore. We're doing shift work. And I would go to the bank the night before. I go get a bunch of cashier's checks, and I'd go to the auction the following day.
Yeah.
So I knew I had like, throughout the year I had to take 8-hour days, but I had like 240 hours of vacation. Mm-hmm. So it gave me a lot of days, but I was using all of those days almost for real estate. So that's what was allowing me to do that. And then I wound up going on to a 980 schedule, which gave me every other Friday off.
980 schedule?
Yeah, 980 schedule.
What does that
mean? So it's like 9 days, 80 hours a week, or 80 hours every 2 weeks. So that gave me a day off that I could focus on trying to get caught up with the real estate stuff that I did have. And then I was leaving work at 2 or 3 o'clock every day, just going to do real estate.
Got it.
So it was literally like burning the candle on both ends.
Right.
I was fine doing the auctions whenever I was buying them. I could do about 3 to 4 houses at a time myself, GCing on myself. I had a big pool of contractors that I had that, my painter, my AC guys, my roofers, a lot of those guys I still work with today.
Yeah.
But they got my cleaner that was there. She got to see all this stuff.
Yeah.
From back when I was just in the plant, just a plant worker, to where I'm at today. She goes and cleans all these properties and stuff. And they're just like, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I bet she's very shocked at the growth that you've had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that goes to show a lot of those subs been with me for that long. They've, 1 year I paid my painter like 70 or 80,000 bucks that year, and I was like, that is just crazy. I could pay a person that much.
Yeah.
On painting houses.
Right. It's a full salary for some people.
Yeah. So, which he still, like I said, he still paints for me today. That one, he does the new constructions that we do.
Yeah.
So
amazing. So 2017, you started buying houses in 2019, and then you do your first foreclosure in 2019. What happens after you buy your first flip? When do you start scaling? What happens? Like, walk me through the first couple of deals.
Yeah. So, the first deals I was just doing at the auction, right?
Yeah.
And I was doing all those by myself. I was just buying them.
And you could only do one at a time, probably, right?
No, I could do about 3 or 4 at a time.
Okay.
Houses. Now, they're in different stages, right? So some might be listed at the MLS, waiting for a closing.
Yeah.
The other one was, they're not all bought the same day. Every construction,
of course.
It wasn't that.
Right.
They're different phases that they were in.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of this one, whatever. So,
right.
Getting to that point, I could handle about 3 or 4 at a time myself.
Yeah.
Anything past that I couldn't do. And also I wanted more deals so I could bring in more income. I couldn't do that with my job in the auction. I had to have another source. So that's whenever I started getting into partnerships. And that's where I started to partner with like Robert Harold. Mm-hmm. Robert, still a business partner of mine today. I still do flips with him. We have a portfolio together with me and him, and I was able to build that. He was a wholesaler, and he had access to find deals. He knew the legwork, but I had the construction and the money, and so that's kind of what started that relationship right there with me and him.
Yeah.
And that's been going on for 4 years. It's been solid.
Yeah.
With that, and then that started getting my name out that I was buying a lot.
Right.
And whenever I started buying, then I started getting the off-market properties. Mm-hmm. Well, when I was getting a lot of the off-market properties, that's whenever I really, really started to catch some momentum. And I started bringing in, I started doing wholesales. I started getting access to deals. Basically what James was doing before, that I couldn't figure out, it started happening. Right. I started being the closer. I started getting all these deals come my way.
After how long?
Probably about a year and a half. It was about a year and a half of that I started buying in the auctions, started seeing that, started getting my name out there that I was buying stuff, and I started getting deals, people calling me, sending me stuff.
Yeah.
and posting online, things like that. People would start reaching out, foreclosures, problems they were having, and that's whenever I started to catch some volume in that.
Right.
And then that overloaded me. The volume did. So
it overloaded you in what way?
Mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sleeping at night. I got so much stuff going on. I can't keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah.
I used to keep everything nice and tight in manila folders, like receipts, everything that was good, like all that stuff went out the window. Like the only thing I was trying to do was keep from drowning.
Right.
And just trying to keep up with everything that we had going on. You know, I had rentals that I was trying to put people into. Then I met Chacon. I did that commercial deal with him, which was the RV park. That kind of started our relationship there. And then he wanted to buy more and more stuff. So I started doing volume with him, had volume with Robert, bought 2 Airbnbs with a guy named Curtis Warden. I bought 2 Airbnbs with him. And I got with a guy named Chase McKinney. Me and Chase started doing volume with the new constructions. We just started buying in Houston, doing conversions from single families to duplexes, doing new constructions. And I just had so much stuff going on at one time. And I was talking to James about it, and I was like, man, I can't handle all this and getting all these deals. He said, well, don't pass up on them. Just throw them over here and I'll take care of them. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, just put them over here. Just assign them to me, and I'll handle everything, and we'll just do a split on the backside.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. So I don't have to provide none of my money. I don't have to do the construction, and all I have to do is bring the deal, and you're going to take care of everything.
Done.
I'm going to buy everything I can.
Yeah.
And I started finding them like crazy.
Yeah.
And after about the 10th deal that I brought to him at Fast, he was just like, okay, you're not, I'm not going to sit there and let you bring value and me not pour back to you as well. So he started putting in, we created an LLC, and he started putting his houses into the LLC. So I would still do some on my side. I would go into our LLC, and then he would still do some in NASA. And then it got to a point where we were just like, man, what are we doing? Let's just shut this stuff off, focus on this one LLC, and this is what we'll do from now on.
Yeah.
And it just kind of happened like that.
Yeah.
And then that's when it ramped like big time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was looking at the board today. I was counting through. I mean, there's literally 28 active flips on the board right now, all different stages. Some are listed, some are, in construction. Some are just getting started construction, but these are closed and funded deals that are in our LLC. Was at 28 today. 28. And I have another one that I'm doing with Robert and another one I'm doing with Chase. So there's 30 active flips that are right now, like, that I'm financially responsible for, whether it's with a partner or not.
Right.
These notes got to get paid.
Right.
So
it's a lot of stress on your back.
Yeah, I mean, but we're filtering through them too. I mean, like I've got 3 or 4 closing out next week that are going to be cleared off. We got other ones that are being added, turning some of different ones into rentals. Just a lot of moving parts, man.
Yeah. Of
all different pieces. So
absolutely.
I would never ever be able to do this myself without having good people around me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that is what helped me finding good people, which is the hardest part in real estate.
I would say in business in general, Brown, and life in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good people are literally the number one thing that will catapult you into success or into failure.
Yeah.
Because people can bring you down also. And
you've had it too. You've had successful partnerships and relationships that you've had with people over a long time, and you've had bad ones too. So
the bad ones make me appreciate the good ones that much more.
Absolutely. And when you find those, man, you nourish those relationships like that.
Yeah.
And I will say, and I have a saying that I say, I'm the partner that I want. Right. So be the partner that you want.
Right.
So if then what that means is, doesn't mean that your partner's not good enough. I'm going to so much value, and I'm going to do everything the right way so much that this is what I want back in return.
Right.
Right. Like that's what you really want to receive that. So you want to be the partner that you want.
Yeah.
It's what you should in a relationship.
And I think that's what makes a partnership work, man, because, James was just in here and he was speaking the exact same thing you were saying.
Yeah.
And so it's very eerily similar what you guys are both saying. And he wasn't really focused on you. He was focused on himself, just like you're focused on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what brings the cohesiveness and this energy that really portrays in the amount of volume that you guys are doing in real estate.
Yeah.
You know? I think it's pretty astonishing, man.
You really, James tried to get me to build a rental portfolio with him back in really like 2020, 2021. And I didn't, I told him no.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is I didn't think I would be enough to add value. I would thought he would be bringing 30 houses to one. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought would happen. And it probably would have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought I'd been able to bring enough value, and I just didn't think that would work like that.
Right.
Now today I could tell I'm equally yoked.
Yeah.
So, I bring just as much value, if not more. Like I try to strive for that and encourage that. Mm-hmm. And he does too. You know, it's the same way. Like we both competitive people, right. And we like that edge, and we don't like to lose.
Right.
I mean, no matter what we do.
Absolutely.
So, we're aligned a lot like that. Even how we deal transactions and stuff. I mean, that partnership was not intentional, but it was done intentionally. It wasn't intentional, but it was done intentionally.
Whenever you guys both saw the opportunity, you guys, I think, both probably realized it and then went right into it.
Well, I had LLCs and partners with other people that were successful, right? And I also had bad partners too. Right. But I had successful partners, and I'd already known what it was like to have that and what it provided for me.
Right.
He had never done that before.
No?
He had never had a partner besides his wife. That was it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he holds no other LLC with anybody else but me.
Wow.
And it's hard to break through when you don't need that. Like you don't have to have that. I don't have to have. He doesn't have to have me. I don't have to have him.
Yeah.
It's a difference and a point where you have a relationship that you say you want to do this.
Yeah.
Like we can grow so much further together than we would if we go alone.
Right.
So much further together.
Yeah.
If we go alone.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had to borrow, confidence from me to going into the commercial space, right? I had to borrow that confidence from Jonathan to be able to do that. Like you're where you are, you're through your proximity, you are around people.
Right.
Right? Like the people that you're around on a daily basis, you are the sum of them.
Absolutely.
So,
and I think you just proved it based on what you just said, right?
Yep.
The right people gave you the right confidence to be able to do the right deals.
I have a saying: you borrow their nuts, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to borrow some of that stuff because it's a territory of unknown. It's very uncomfortable to be at that. I mean, these notes are heavy.
Yeah.
When they come the first of the month. I mean, whether it's a property that I own outright or or I've got a heavy note on it. I mean, when it comes the first, man, it's heavy with these notes. So you have to make sure that your rentals are full, that you're offsetting, that, I have to be in tune with all that stuff and my partners completely about what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
how do you manage, like I think something, a thought just came to mind. You have different partners, right, in different LLCs. How do you manage, like, if a deal comes your way, how do you decide who to do business with, right?
Yeah. So that's probably been the toughest part. I would say that I had to navigate through, and I basically just had to look. If I find a deal, it's me and James are doing so much volume together. It makes so much sense for us to continue that. Right. So if my other partners find something and they want to do a deal, I'm not going to create an LLC with anybody else. I don't need to. Right. Everybody that I have around me right now has excelled me to a level that is way further than I thought I could ever go to. And I know I could continue to grow with those people, all of them that are there.
Right.
So I'll continue to do deals with all those people. I'm doing active deals with all of them as well.
Yeah.
Just they may find them. Robert found that one, that George Foreman house. He was the one that found it. Now I'm going to add, I'll bring value. I'm paying for that out of my pocket, for rehab, cash, no note. It's just, you're doing deals like that I'm providing value back to them still.
Right.
And we have to talk with each other on a daily basis. I talk with Chacon every single morning.
Yeah.
I talked with Chase right before I walked in here. I talked with Robert today. I talked with Curtis. I mean, all my partners today I've talked to, every single one of them.
You talk to them every day?
Almost on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it might be bullshitting, just nothing.
Yeah.
But it's still, we're staying in touch within, 1 to 2 to 3 days. It's a constant that we're in tune to what we're doing.
Who was the first person that you started partnering with? Robert?
That I created another LLC with was with Robert.
Yeah. And that was after you started doing the foreclosures, 2019. You think you said that like a year and a half later when you started scaling and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you started an LLC with Robert, started buying a bunch. When did you decide to get that second partner? Who was your second partner?
I think Chris Hadley.
Yeah.
Was.
Nice.
And that's a partner that I don't have no more.
Right.
So that's who you're being aligned with, right, is what matters.
Right.
And he went down a hole that he thought he was going to be able to get out of it. Ego got in the way, allowed him not to be humble enough to be able to say he was in a problem. And I probably could have been able to get him out of it.
Yeah.
At that time. Yeah. I know I would have. I
Right.
would have adjusted or whatever,
Right.
and got him out of it. But that basically caused, the bad partnership that we did have to fail. So that failed. I got into a partnership with Curtis, which we still own the Airbnbs in Galveston together. Me and Chacon, and then the last Chacon, Chase, and then James.
Yeah. I'm curious about this. You just mentioned this. You could have helped with that partnership that failed. I don't want you to go into specifics. It's not important. But what I do want to know is, how do you know that you could have helped? Is it more of a financial thing or more of a mindset thing?
All different ways from it. So if you have a problem that's in real estate, I promise you won't be on your side.
Yeah.
Like I'm the most valuable person you can have.
Yeah.
In all of my partners will vouch for this.
Yeah.
If shit goes wrong,
Yeah.
I promise you won't me there. I will fix it.
Yeah.
If I can't fix it, it is unfixable. You will not find a solution for it.
Right.
So and it's happened before. It has happened one time that there was no fix to that. And so, which there we still got an out. We still had an out to it, but we had to come to a resolution on how to do that. So, but I've had problems with all of them, all of my partners,
Right.
And it's just problems with real estate that we've gotten past.
Right.
But
yeah, because just about any problem in real estate, I mean, you can definitely find a solution for.
Conflict resolution is what I mean. I was a trainer in the chemical plants, so that's. I'm very, very good at knowing how to fix problems. That's what I did. Troubleshooting and stuff like that. Like I will figure it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. I'll figure it out.
Well, I think it goes to show, I mean, even just your level of communication, just the way that you speak, and it clearly shows your ability to be able to analyze a situation and then look at it objectively and be able to find a solution,
Yeah.
So
there's a problem. There's always a solution to it.
Always.
You just got to find out what that is.
Yep.
And so what I've noticed is just talking with people, being able to talk through it, whether it's permitting office, it could be government stuff that you're dealing with. It could be zoning, whatever it is, there's a solution to that.
Yeah.
And it's all about how you approach people, how you talk to them, and being a problem solver. That's really what it is.
I agree. Yeah. That's awesome, man. So, so you have all these different partners, and then when did you decide to go full in with James?
So, I went through a divorce in the middle of all this in 2022. 2022 was like whenever it was being finalized, right? I lost half my stuff that I had, half my 401k, house, and all that stuff.
That's tough.
So, yeah, it was very, very tough.
What about the kids?
Kids were still there. I mean, I still have my kids, but the kids, that was the toughest part. I'm not used to not being able to fix a problem, right? I'm always being able to fix a problem. That's why and I could not fix that one. I just didn't have a solution to it.
Yeah.
And wound up going into a divorce over it, and that almost derailed me completely. It mentally just took me into a place that people shouldn't go. Got on antidepressants, antidepressant medications. I was at max loads. I lost a crap ton of weight, like extremely fast. I wasn't eating. It really took me down to a dark area that people, it made me understand suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally did.
Yeah.
And something you shouldn't understand. I used to think it was a huge cop out. Like people shouldn't, you're a shitty person. You're transferring your problems over to somebody else and all that stuff. I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Right.
They're not in a mental state that they're not themselves at that time when that happens. And
right.
so you should never get to a point that you have to understand that.
Right.
That. So I went through that, and I did make it out of it. Luckily, I made it out of that state.
Yeah.
I had a good people that were around me and stuff like that. Even the guys at work that I did work with, that's probably helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Was I had a good group that was around people all the time.
Right.
So
kept your mind kind of focused on the future. Eventually, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on the right side of it.
And that really, I used to say I'm being held back because of her. I can't do this because of my wife. I can't do this or whatever. And that kind of really took me to a point where I lost all excuses. So like, I can't do this because of this. I couldn't do this because of this. And I literally ran out. Okay, all these excuses got done to where it came to like, okay, I'm released. Mm-hmm. There's nothing holding me back at this point.
Yeah.
So everything that you said you could do, now you're here.
It's time to prove
what are you going to do?
Right.
So I had nothing to prove to anybody else but myself.
Right.
But that's whenever I got to that point, like I'm going to do everything that I wanted to do. And I just didn't care. I just had zero. My risk tolerance is very, very high.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to buy things. I'll figure it out as I go. I'm just going to make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like they say that every human being has the darkest night of the soul, right? When all hope seems lost, when everything is just as dark as it could be. And it almost feels like at this point, coming out of that, you were able to see what darkness is and then see, more importantly now, what light is, right? And would you say that that's something that kind of just unleashed and kind of broke away any sort of mental chains that you had to like really exceed at real estate now?
I really, at that time that I was doing that, it wasn't really anything with personal growth or personal development. Like it was almost like having a chip on my shoulder at that point of like, I can do this. Watch me.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how it was. Like I'm going to do all this stuff. And I did. Yeah. I didn't even think about what I was doing and the debt that I was getting into and all that stuff like that. Like I did so much, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh man, I'm at $10 million in debt. Now I've got $12 million in debt, and it's like I'm not even thinking about that point that I'm getting to. It's just scale, buy, stabilize.
Right.
And that's where I got to the point of, but I still wanted to watch myself to make sure I wasn't getting into a bind I couldn't get out of. Right. So I'm trying to stay flushed with cash. I'm trying to make sure that I move in, make sure that this partnership's good. Now I'm trying to go back into my accounts and keep them, full with monies to where, hey, we all got, time. We got a couple of years left if something goes wrong right here.
Right.
And just trying to keep it in there and keep growing, just leverage.
Yeah.
And, what helped me with having the W-2 is as I was keeping my investment stuff separate. So my investment money that I would make would grow. And I would just continuously going back into it. I wasn't using that money to live on. So that was another thing that helped me scale was having that W-2 like that.
Right.
So, and then also having the true support system, having the partners that's there. My wife that I have now is a true support system. She's never worried about me being over leveraged. She's never worried about me, getting into something I can't get out of because she watched all of that stuff over and over and over. And watched me go through that and go through pains and lack of sleep and, just, the worry, the anxieties that you go through in this stuff, especially when you get into volume like this. Like people really don't understand the lack of, or how much it is on you on a mental state when you do that. Like my brain doesn't shut off. People just shut it off and There's no such thing as shut off.
Yeah, I speak to Tacone all the time about this also, and he mentions how like he wakes up in the middle of the night and he's like, damn, like gotta get back to work, right? And it's something, it's a burden that very few people are able to withstand.
Yeah.
You know, what would you say is sort of that the I would say maybe like is there like something specific that you did to be able to withstand it, or it just happened too fast that you didn't even realize it, that, oh crap, I have all this volume now?
It just happened. I don't even know how to explain it.
It
Like
just
I
happened
didn't.
so fast, huh?
It happened so fast that I didn't even slow down enough. Man, I didn't even file my tax stuff till 2020 from 2025. I didn't even do 2023s till then. Like I was literally so much into scale that I couldn't slow down to focus on this other stuff.
Right.
Like I was literally doing so much so fast.
Right.
And it was very, very high stress.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally stayed into a high stress, but I got to a point where now I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
Which
it kind of just becomes your norm now.
It is normal to go through that. I have a great team that's around me, of people. You know, like I said, I cannot do any of this stuff by myself at all.
Yeah.
But I have a great team of people that's around me. I got great partners that are with me, that help, and I can call any of them right now. If I was to call, they would answer.
Yeah.
First, they will answer immediately.
Yeah.
Like they will. They're always there. And my team, the girls that we got now with me and James, Josh, Andrew, our GCs that we have, like that, those guys are what helped build me. If I didn't have them there, I would be nothing.
Who's your core kind of group of people on your team right now?
So our core group of people, we have, well, basically with me, James, Jess, Jeanette,
what do they
Josh.
do?
So Jess does all of our accounting stuff. She handles like the back office stuff like that. You got, I mean, when I'm not even exaggerating. This is like you're doing over 5,000,
transactions.
It's 5,000 payables, right? Payables, inbound, outbound, or whatever. I mean, that we're doing. It's a ton of work being able to keep in line with that stuff.
5,000 transactions a month?
No, not a month. It's just a year.
A year.
But you're looking at.
I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
No, like it's 5,000 like payables, inbound, outbound, or whatever checks. I mean, so you have a team that there. James's wife Maggie, she's a CPA, so she was able to help build that team that was there with those girls. Jeanette came on later on. We actually hired Jeanette as a transaction coordinator. Never done transaction before, but she had good work ethics.
Yeah.
So, and she meshed good with the other girls that was there in the office. So it was like, okay, let's go off of you've worked with them before. Let's hire that, even though we weren't ready. Bilingual as well.
Yeah.
And whenever we bought our apartment complex at 74 unit in Houston, it was 100% Hispanic owned. Guess who's my property manager now?
Jeanette.
She was able to take over, and she's able to handle with a property manager that's on site. And she was able to transfer. Had we not believed in that, and they had no intentions of doing that,
right? But
had we not believed in that manner and hired before when we weren't ready for it, but we did with intentions of growth and getting into it. And that's what we've done.
Yeah.
We've continued to run a lean operation like that. Josh being our project manager, he handles our new constructions that we do, and also all the rehabs. So all those people I talk to every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day that's like our core, that's there. Trevor runs our wholesale operation that we have. Jeff runs our KDK flooring and cabinets, because we do flooring and cabinetry. We have our GCs, that we have multiple GCs. Josh basically handles those two. I'm highly involved in the construction of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I pretty much know everything that's going on with all of our jobs, at all times, what we're doing with them, how we're, where we're at, the budgets and everything like that. So,
yeah. So Josh basically handles the GCs that are actively going and doing the work in every single job that you have.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
And what is your role whenever you say that you're actively involved in the construction? What do you do?
So running through the numbers with them, exactly what we're doing, the design of what we're doing,
You
what
choose the
wall
design?
I'm doing, the walls we're opening up and everything like that.
But at this
What-
point, you have like a standardized kind of maybe colors, different, the
uh,
same kind of LVP,
yeah,
everything, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we will do our standard stuff that we do. They know
Yeah.
when we do a flip or what we're doing with rehab, or a rental grade,
Yeah.
what we're looking to do.
Rental grade and flip grade, right? So
Yep.
this kind of flooring for rentals, this kind of flooring for flips.
The
This kind of
the flooring
countertops.
really ain't much of a difference. The countertop will be a different of what we'll use. Or we're going to use 2cm, 3cm. Like I took a phone call earlier today. Hey, we're doing this one in the Woodlands area, Hills Parkway.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to be using 3cm. Well, that's $1,300 a slab and need 6 slabs. That's a lot. That's a lot more than what we were expecting, but it's necessary for that type of $1 million purchase price that you're trying to get to.
You said it's 3cm?
Yeah, 3cm, which is the thickness of the countertop. And so 2cm was a 3/4 inch.
Okay.
3cm is 1.5 inches.
So it's a little bit thicker.
It's a thickerness.
Yeah.
It's more thick.
Yeah, and it looks a lot nicer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen them too, how sometimes they some of these guys, like, they put it right here and they just do the edges like really kind of wide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little trick they do.
Yeah.
But you probably don't want to do that in some of these nicer homes, huh?
No, the higher end ones we don't. So I hate seeing some of the same stuff all the time. So we'll switch it up. I don't want to look at a house and be able to tell this is a flip. That's that standard gray that they use, that marble looked that's in the showers. Like, you got to switch it up. You can't do that on every one.
Yeah.
You could do that on a low purchase price, a resale $200,000 or less. But when you go higher than that, you need to do something that's going to separate you from those type of people.
Right. Yeah.
So what we've noticed is going rehabbing more. You rehab more and then going less on the market.
Mm-hmm.
So undercutting the market, but the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you're buying them deep, and that's what you have to be able to buy these deep.
Yeah, yeah. James was saying that you guys had one in Galveston. There were 75 active listings there on the market.
Yep, that was in Omega Bay. Yep,
Yeah.
on Flamingo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 75 active listings on the market. You guys came in, kicked everyone's ass, gave the best product in the market, and you guys came in $40,000 on the market. Everything else was selling $320. You guys put it on the market for $280.
No, $4. It was everything else was selling at $420. I think we went out selling at $380 or something like that. Is where we settled at.
But it's still $40,000 on the market.
Yeah, it was. We went under the market from there. Now our price per square foot though, we set a record in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so because our houses were a lot smaller than those, but we were still top tier on that, but we were less in value than what everybody else was. But price per square foot, we
blew it out the water.
We blew it out the water on that one. But that one sold extremely fast. I think it was less than a couple of weeks. Got a contract on it, and whenever we get buyers now, like, we make that work. Like, if I got a buyer on the hook that's looking to get that house, man, I'm making it work.
Yeah.
Like, buyers
cannot be picky right now.
You can't be picky with that. You got to make a move. You got to, that's what you got to do to stay alive in this market.
Yeah.
It'll eat you alive if you don't.
Yeah. For anyone that's listening, if you're a flipper or a buyer, I think this is really good feedback to learn right now. Is because I personally have talked to flippers where, I've seen it where they're like, oh man, well, I had this like offer and I didn't take it, and now my house has been sitting on the market for 30 more days, and you could have taken that buyer initially.
Yeah, now you're paying an extra interest payment. You got higher in taxes and all that stuff. It just adds up.
Yep.
And it's a more chance for things to go wrong as houses sit like that. These houses are vacant.
Yeah. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen with them.
Yeah.
You got to freeze. We got to go through there and we got to go block in the water, drain everything, so we don't have any pop lines. There's all kinds of stuff you have to worry about in there.
Yeah.
It's better just to move those product. That's why when you go to volume, I'm not looking to hit a home run on every single one of them. I'll take a 30 pop on 30 of these and still rip the same amount as if I would have just 10 and just squeezed them all.
Right.
Now, you're doing less volume like that. I mean, you're doing more volume like that, but also all your guys are staying busy. You're having a team of people that everybody's been able to feed off of you.
Right.
You're creating an
ecosystem.
Yes. Yeah, you're creating that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we have done.
Yeah.
Is created that.
Yeah. It's kind of also very important to note how fast you also did it, right? You said like you were doing 150 transactions last year, again this year. What would you say is the main cost of success to do 150 transactions from nothing to 150? Maybe not from nothing, but that quickly.
Well, obviously being the closer,
Yeah.
right? So if you're buying in a specific area, like if you go pull our LLC, and as I was telling you this earlier, if you go pull our LLC and you go see that we're buying, if you pull the cash buyers list in Galveston County and you keep seeing the same LLC up there, number one, all the time, closing, that's your buyer.
Right.
Like that's who you get those phone calls to.
Right.
I mean, you know how to find these people. You pull our LLC, you're going to see it.
Right.
Like we're buying that much.
Yeah.
So a lot of the deals are getting funneled to us like that. They're looking for the closer. They're looking they want to be done. Right now, even buyers for investors right now are not the same as they used to be. It's a little bit tougher to find that. You're even having a hard time selling some 70% deals.
Yeah.
And those deals that you would think you typically make $15,000-$20,000, you're squeezing them down, making less than $5,000 on. I mean, you see that in the market, and you're having to take deals like that you typically would make those. You can't go back to the sellers because they're not always going to take a price reduction, and you're having to make these work.
Right.
And that's what we have done in this, just continuous, just over and over and over.
Yeah.
And that's what has caused us to scale more and more and more. The more we buy, the more deals we get.
Yeah. It's almost like it's funny, because anyone that's starting, like maybe just starting off, like how do they get to the point where they're competing with you, right? It's almost like you've almost have like some sort of grip on the market, right, at some point. But there's still deals out there for anyone that's brand new and they're really getting started into real estate. Hey, listen, I mean, you can't get to all the properties in Houston. There's over 1 million single family homes in Houston. Yeah,
there's plenty to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
My job as being a closer and flipping and all that stuff like that is to make sure that there's no way to beat me. If we go into an appointment, you go into an appointment, I go into an appointment, how do I win? What separates me? Right. And
what do you do to stand yourself apart?
What, just standard would be, first off, be genuine.
Yeah.
Be genuine, be the actual closer that's there. I'm not looking to go there and wholesale your property. I'm looking to purchase it, to actual buy it.
Yeah.
I'm explaining to people about what an affidavit of memorandum is. I'm explaining to them what wholesalers do. I'm explaining to them what a buyer is. I don't even go in there and make offers. I go in there and go talk to the homeowner and find out what do you actually need out of this property.
Right.
And I'm listening to them. How can I help them?
Yeah.
And sometimes a number is right where I need to be at, and I'll give it to them. I don't try to go lower on it. I just give them the number that they need to be at, if I'm able to. Yeah. Right. So all it is numbers. Yeah. As long as my numbers are good, that's all I care about.
Right.
And also being able to do leasebacks. A lot of people won't do those.
Yeah.
Doing leasebacks to people. We took possession of a house today that was done on a leaseback. And being able to solve problems like that. A lot of people don't have cash to be able to move to another place.
Yeah.
Well, how do you wholesale something like that if they don't let you to have access to them? You're having to do a showing and bring a bunch of people in there. Well, I'll just close on the property, get them out of it, get everything out of it. Now I can dispo it and sell it how I need to, if that's a route I want to take.
Right.
Or I want to buy it and hold on to it as a rental. Just depends. And a lot of wholesalers run up into that situation as well. They just, I got a deal. We got under contract in Pasadena. It's a good deal. They're not letting us go in the house. I got photos of what it looks like. I'm having to close on a property without seeing the inside. A lot of people won't do that. I will.
Yeah.
But it's going to be their price. It's got to make sense, right?
Right.
The numbers have to work. Now I'm going to go look at the outside, try to do as much due diligence as I can, but I'm gonna try to protect myself, just as much as I can. But I will close on stuff like that if I need to.
Yeah. And I think what's really important here is that you probably weren't able to do that at some point in time, right? I mean, years back, you probably weren't able to do that. I think that over time, doing deals gives you confidence, and that confidence is portrayed now through being able to analyze a deal without even having to walk it.
Yeah.
Right?
I was never prepared for the yes.
What do you
So
mean?
when somebody would send me a deal, like if you sent me a deal And I looked at the numbers from it. Yes, I'll buy that. It was always, oh, let me look at this. Let me analyze this. By the time I did that, you already got it. James done bought it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you don't let me have one? Like, how do I beat you?
Yeah.
And for his job is to say there's no way.
Right. But that's your job
and
too.
my job is to find out how can I?
Yeah.
How do I get that edge over that? So that's what you got to get to a point to say that you can't beat me.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to win. Like that's where you want to get to in a mindset frame.
Yeah.
Right. When you go talk to a seller like that, you have to have that. Be genuine, be real, be able to close and perform. They will feel that confidence.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have to go in there with that confidence level that they are dealing with the right person, and they are.
Yeah.
Like that's what they have to know.
Right.
And they will feel that. When I go talk to a seller like that, they know I'm here to help you. I'll help you in whatever situation I can. I'll pay for movers for you. I can give lease back. I got all these options that I can help to you, subject to whatever I can do to do it. If the numbers can work for me to make it help you, I will do it.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's where, it goes back to, now I can slow down enough to get into a personal development, right? To where I've basically given up enough, which it cost money to do this, but I've given up enough load to other people to where they can handle a lot of the day-to-day routines to where I could come do things like this.
Right. Yeah.
And the operations still go.
Right. And I think what's really important right here, Derek, is that mindset that you have, right? The mindset to say, hey, I'm going to show up to this appointment and I'm going to leave with a contract, and I'm not going to lose no matter what. I think that a lot of people that are listening that are maybe brand new or they're doing deals, like you just said one very important thing, because at the beginning, at some point, you were competing against James, right?
Yeah.
And there's other people that may be watching this that are now thinking about competing with you, right? But you cannot put yourself in their shoes or compare yourself to anyone. It's almost just going back to yourself and saying, how can I do this better than anyone else?
Yes.
Right. And so I think that's a really important mindset to share for everyone, is just be the best you can be, improve on yourself and your skills. And I think that'll take you a lot further than anything else will.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're in competition with a person in the mirror.
Yep.
That's the way that should be.
Yeah.
And how do you get better? How do you scale?
Yeah.
From all avenues, business, personal development, coaching, financials, emotionally.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff is extremely, extremely hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. Right. Like, real estate has changed my life in a positive direction, but has also taught me the worst things as well. I mean, I've wanted to give up so many times. Like, man, if I can I'll let this foreclose, and I'll just hold on to these couple of properties and be chill. Like, I don't have to worry about my credit or nothing. Just like, I don't want to deal with this no more. This is not worth it.
Yeah.
Like the emotional stuff that you deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And it's.
So how do you overcome all that adversity, Derek?
Man, just honestly by recognizing it, number one, and that's whenever I developed into partners, right? Like how
recognizing what?
Recognizing that you're in those types of situations like that, that before you get to a point where you want to give up, like have somebody else you can lean on. It's hard to take two people down.
Yeah,
you could take one, but take two of them. Like it's tough.
Yeah,
to do that. You got to have people that are going to go ride the ship up and ride the ship down with you as well. Right. And then those are people like that I look to find.
Yeah.
And quality people like that, and those are the people that I'm around on a daily basis.
It's kind of like one of those things where I don't know where I hear this from, but be your brother's keeper.
Yeah.
And there's so many examples that come to mind, right? Like the Spartans, right? Whenever they're like side by side, and they have that same philosophy.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful philosophy to have. I don't think I've heard that often, or maybe even from any guest, Derek. I think that's really important to share. Personally, another question that comes to mind, Derek, is how do you know when someone's the right partner? Because there's so many opportunities that come along. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yep.
We go out to these networking events, and there's all these like youthful and like really excited people, and you see all this potential in people, right? And I think, like from a positive person, I think you're a positive person too. You always want to see, you always want to find the best in people, right? But how do you filter out through everything and decide, okay, this person is the right person to partner up with?
You ever heard hire slow, fire fast?
Yeah.
Same thing with a partnership. Mm-hmm. You're going to go into that as in a slow manner before you go into it quick.
Yeah.
But because a partnership is a marriage.
Yeah, it's a marriage.
It's what it is. It takes for you to leave that partnership. It's going to take a divorce.
Yeah.
That's going to go through that, which is going to end up extremely, extremely nasty.
Yeah.
So you have to be aligned with them, and I would have highly, highly advised to watch how they have navigated in business for a long time before you get into a partnership with somebody.
Yeah.
You can do JV agreements.
Yeah.
You don't have to get into an LLC with somebody.
Right.
But whenever you go in through a partnership like that, like you have to be fully aligned 100%. And the only way you're going to see that is through time.
Yeah.
You need to see how they navigate with deals, their morals, their ethics, what they do, how they handle adversities.
Yeah.
You ever want to see what kind of partner you have, lose money with them. It'll all come out.
Yeah.
Anything that's positive or negative.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Lose money with them.
Lose money with them, and you'll see what kind of partner you really have.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find out.
Right.
And so, those are things like that I look for in partners. And like I said, right now, I'm at a point that I've already got everyone that I need on my team that's been around me long enough that I know how they work. I know how they operate. I know they want what's best for me. I want what's best for them. And I have no desire to get outside of that. I'll do JV agreements with people, but as far as an LLC with somebody, there's no reason I need to grow any more than what I've gotten.
Yeah.
With these people right here. These people that I have right here could take me to 100 million.
Absolutely. But Derek, let's give advice to someone that doesn't have a partner right now. Someone is in your shoes maybe 6 years ago, 2019, just bought their first flip. How can they find a partner?
So, obviously going into networking events, right? I would highly advise to do research on those people, right? So anything that I have said, you can go pull records and you can go see that. I can teach people how to do that.
Yeah.
I can show you how to do that.
Right.
It's not hard, to go into deed records and go see, and you can pull LLCs and see all that. It's not that difficult to do that. So I would highly advise that on anybody that you're getting into a partnership with.
Yeah.
A lot of the times partnerships, they start off with your two guys that just, hey, we want to do this and start it. The chance of those partnerships lasting, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Like it's just not going to.
Yeah.
You need to be equally yoked in a partnership. So it doesn't mean that you won't bring more value at one time that I don't, but it's you have to be able to both be on the same level of what you can provide.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And one could be providing the deals, the other one could be doing the construction. It just depends on what that is that you're getting into. But you got to be aligned.
Right.
You have to be aligned, and I think the only way you truly see that is over time.
Right.
So I would advise using JV agreements until you get to a point where you can you actually get into an LLC with somebody.
Yeah.
I would just, one person goes into it, JV agreement, you go on the backside.
Yeah.
And do a profit split at the end.
What kind of situations, or earlier you said something like you see how your partners are when you lose money with them. Can you talk about a situation when you lost money with a partner? You don't have to say the partner if you want.
Yeah.
But can you talk about a situation when you lost money with a partner and then how they handled it and how you handled it? So,
a specific property. This was a 4-unit that was in Houston, and I had a partner. He was supposed to do the construction. I was basically the money side. Misallocation of funds. Taking draws and using them for personal. That's what wound up, taking the partnership into a different direction. And I lost probably about $150,000 on that of cash, and the project didn't get completed.
Dang.
And so I had two options.
So the partner took $150,000.
It was about 120 at the time. But you look at
and they didn't do the job.
Well, you look at how much the interest payments cost me, how much the taxes were. It racked up so much.
Yeah.
Even for me to get out of it.
Yeah.
Even for me to get out of it, I had at least $60,000 in the deal at the very, very end. So, I lost a lot of sleep over that.
Yeah.
You know, that deal that happened.
Yeah.
So I had two options. I could let it go and take the loss on it and just let it go, which would have went back to my lender, which was James, or I could dig deeper and go more into my pockets and get out of it. And that's what I chose to do. So I went deeper into the hole to get back to a positive state. Yeah. So
what happened with that partner?
It's no longer a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just non-existent.
Right.
So
is there anything they could have done there? Maybe like sued or something, take it to a small claims court?
Yeah. I mean, I could have done all that stuff.
It's not worth it. It's not worth your bandwidth.
Well, I mean, I would have went that much further deep into it at the end. And what are you going to sue somebody that don't have no money?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to get, a judgment?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to get at that point. Yeah. But I will say he has tried to make it right. He has sent some money back. He knows he did wrong. He's tried to make it right. Maybe not as fast as he's able to, but he's tried to at least try to make it right by sending some of the money back.
Yeah.
Not been a whole lot, but he's tried at least something.
Yeah. There's something to be said for that at least.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish you'd have been told me there was a problem, what was going on. I could have helped him get out of it. I would have helped him get out of the situation. So wound up leaning on my other partner, Chase. He came in there and he just ramrodded the project, finished it real quick, got it up. I refinanced out of it. I left about $60,000 in the deal, and then I did an owner finance to somebody else, which they still have it today.
Nice.
So I kind of get out of that at that point. I don't even want to see that street ever again. Like, I just, it was a big learning lesson is what that was.
Yeah.
I paid for that. I paid for that learning lesson.
Yeah. Prior to starting the podcast, you spoke about, wanting to show people that they can accomplish anything. I think just by your story, you've been able to share that. But more specifically, is there something that is on your mind that maybe like a story or something that you can share to show people that you truly can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it?
Yeah, I mean, in particular, I could go to deal on something, but the biggest part that I would say about this is if you truly believe into yourself, and that's what I had a lack of belief in myself that I wasn't being truthful to myself about.
How so?
Because I used to be, and if I had the same opportunity as you, or if I didn't have this job, I would do X, Y, and Z.
Kind of like a victim mindset.
I don't even want to say it was a victim mindset, but it was like if I had the same opportunity that you had, like where I didn't have a full-time job, I would do X, Y, and Z. I would be where you were. I could do this or I could do that or whatever. If I truly believed that, I would leave. If you truly believe that, what you said, then you would leave, but you don't.
Right.
What is holding you back? It's lack of belief. It's a lack of belief within yourself that's restricting you from doing that. And I do not advise people to do that. Do not leave your W-2 to go full-time into real estate.
No.
But that is what it is. It's lack of belief in yourself. If you truly believed in yourself, you would leave what you're doing and go all in. But that's what's restricting you from doing that.
So lack of belief, you think, is something
100%.
So another question then, how do you get more belief? How do you gain belief?
Through performance.
Yeah.
Performing to yourself over and over and over,
Yeah.
And you'll build that confidence up to it, right? So there's no such thing as an overnight success. It's not what that is. That success was built up to a point through knowledge, through trial and error, and things like that will propel you to the next level.
Yeah.
Right? So you are the only thing that restricts yourself to when you're ready to go to the next level. Right? And being laser focused into that.
Yeah.
I was working 100 hours a week for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
I literally was just nothing but work, sleep, wake up, work, sleeping about. I was thinking about work. Just that's all I did was focused on that.
Yeah.
And I don't do that now. I mean, but I still actively searching for deals. I locked up another one today. I mean, I'm constantly looking for deals.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So deals, opportunities, things like that I can capitalize on.
So in short, if you want to get success, you need to believe in yourself, and to believe in yourself, you have to perform, and to perform, you have to take action.
Yep.
So in short,
a thought, I just wanted to say this when you said that. A thought without action is just that.
It's just a dream.
It's just a thought.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to take action on this stuff.
Yeah. And I think at the beginning, like maybe someone wants to buy like 100 flips, right? That's the goal, someone's goal. It starts with one, right? And it maybe not even starts with one. It may start with just like taking the right step into real estate. It could be something as simple as picking up the phone, right? Pick up the phone, call someone, right? Make an offer, analyze a deal. Whatever that small first initial step is, that alone will start proving in itself that you're taking action towards your dream.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't ever want people to ever think or look at me and say, well, you're boasting of this or that or whatever. It's no, you can do this too.
Yeah.
I'm human.
Yeah.
I make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I believed in myself and I took action.
Yeah.
You should be proud of that. Create your own success story. If
Right.
you don't like it, create your own.
Right.
You should want to level up.
Right.
That's what you should want to do in life.
Yeah.
If you're not wanting to do that, or you have a victim mentality, or you have that loser mentality, if you're not thinking of that.
Yeah.
If you're looking at somebody else's winnings as a downfall to you,
mm-hmm.
you're looking at it the wrong way.
You already lost.
You can't speak winnings to losers.
Yep.
So you have to be able to get around people that motivate you, that cheer for you, are happy for you on those wins.
Right. And
those people, it could be somebody going through foreclosure, and they're still cheering you on.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Right.
That's a good thing about the business is you get to choose who you want to do work with and who you don't.
Right.
Who you're around and who you're not.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
You've been doing that for a long time. You get to choose who you want to bring on here, you talk to or whatever.
Yeah.
All your people that you interact with on a daily basis is who you choose to be around, not who you have to be around.
And, when you choose great people, man, I think your quality of life just goes up tremendously.
Yep.
I just feel like you have deeper conversations, more impactful, even like, I love talking to my friends and being able to like, just look back at like, years from that happened ago. And then more importantly, like, hey, let's look at the future. I think, I was even talking to Jacone. I think you should come. We're like planning on doing maybe like a little mastermind or something at the end of the year. But just like, like just looking forward towards 2026 and getting around these right people and saying, hey, man, like this is what happened this year. Let's talk about, the wins, the losses, and then let's talk about what to look forward in 2026. What are the opportunities at? What can we accomplish? What can we capitalize on? Because there will be a lot of opportunities, I think. And so I think what's really important about what you said is it always boils down to the people, right? It always boils down to the people. So for anyone that's listening to this and watching this, I think what's most important about anything in life is getting into the right circles that are going to uplift you up. I'm from South Texas where there's a lot of crab mentality,
Yeah.
Crab in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, man, I mean, I would always like grow up and everyone would always say the same thing. Oh, well, it's because they're a drug dealer. Oh, because of, they have wealthy parents. Oh, because they're connected to someone and blah, blah, blah. And it's like that kind of mindset. I would always listen to it, and I'm like, man, there's something wrong about that, And I went out of there, and I came over here, and I'm like, it's exposed to different cultures. I go to Europe. I go to, I'm traveling around the world, and I start seeing how everyone's living life, and I start kind of understanding the world. And it's like, no, I mean, life is just what you make of it, right? It's not what the beliefs around others and their projections onto you. It's about what you want out of it. So what do I want, right? And that's when things started changing. Yeah. It's impactful, man.
And having that mentality, it takes time to get there. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And that is from, even you look at that story like that, for you to be able to go to those places, what does it take?
Yeah, a lot.
So it takes action that created money, which is the tool for you to be able to go places and do things. Even going down to being able to rent people. I'm able to rent for people at a lower amount. I mean, there's some rentals that I have that I've gotten family in there. I'm losing, $150 a month or whatever, just to put them in there.
Yeah.
Just because they needed a place to stay at. I'm doing that. I mean, right now.
Yeah.
Just to be able to help them out. It's not hurting me. It's not that big of a deal, but it's a big, huge deal to them. Right. And how can I be that impact on somebody if I don't have control over my life like that? Like you really need to aspire to want to be like that as fast as you can, so you can make those options and you can, navigate through life like that.
Yeah. Whenever people I remember growing up with all these people and they would look at rich people and blame them. It's I think one of the society's biggest problems is that some of the people look at people with money and then they bash on them. Oh, they're bad because they're hoarding all the wealth, blah, blah, blah. But what you don't understand is that wealth is a byproduct of value that you provide society. And so the people that have the most wealth in the world are the people that are providing the most value. Every dollar that you have right now to your name, Derek, is an indication of value that you've provided to someone at some point in time. And that's the mindset shift that people need to make, right? In order to start building wealth is, oh, I'm going to give someone so much value. And I was talking to James earlier about this, some of the clients that have paid me for marketing, I have a client in California. She's paid me $28,000. She's made $170,000 from it. I have another client. He paid me $45,000 this year, and he's made $600,000 from it. And so the amount of value that every dollar that comes to you is an indication of how much value you're providing someone else.
Yeah.
Right. And so then you should aspire to build more wealth so you can provide more value. Right.
Yep.
And it's just like a overcurring theme that it's like the more value, more wealth, more value, more wealth. And it just,
I had something that, somebody asked me what was my purpose.
Yeah.
And I said, well, as you grow, your purpose changes.
Right.
Your goals will change. Your purposes and what you're doing and what you're doing it for will change.
How has it changed for you?
Man, it used to be money. It was all money driven, 100% towards that. And it was that money, it was the tool that was going to provide me the life that I wanted to live.
Right.
And then you get to a point where the money doesn't even move the ticker on stuff. It's the money's cool. I like it. I like to see it on a HUD and all that stuff like that, but that's not the movement. That doesn't the deal structuring, the creating of that, getting to that point and getting it to the closing table.
Yeah.
That is more exciting to me than the money itself.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that unless you're doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I always say, to me, the win that happens whenever I do a real estate deal is whenever I spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on the phone with someone and I negotiate the price all the way down to the price that I need to. That win, whenever they say yes, send me the contract, whenever they sign the contract, that win feels 100 times better than whenever the cash actually hits the bank account. I don't even count the bill.
That's just the byproduct.
Yeah, yeah. But what I love seeing is being able to get a deal done. Whenever I send a contract and they sign it, boom! I love that feeling, dude.
Yep, it's great.
Yeah,
and that's the doing the deals and creating them, having the good story at the end of it.
Yeah,
that is I enjoy that.
Yeah,
I really like that. I like the deal structuring.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also like seeing our guys get paid.
Yeah,
I actually like them being paid more than I do. I don't even know how to explain that. Just I like to see others win.
Yeah,
if they win more, or if they win, I will win more.
Yeah.
So if I can let them win as much as I can, I will win more in return.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah. And being able to build up people within your organization, I think brings a lot more value and joy to your life than just, stacking up another dollar bill on your wealth,
Yeah.
I have a great teammate and she does everything for my business right now, and just being able to see her growth in my organization has been more joyful than all the money that I've made. It's very rewarding to see people win and to see people develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you have the same thing, right?
That's the ultimate point, and probably used to be about money to you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And
so your purpose changed.
It does change. Yeah.
You know?
It's a beautiful thing, man. I think it brings more joy to life whenever you're in a leadership position and you have people that work under you. I think it brings a lot more value.
And like I've said this a couple of times, and I'll say it again. Everything that I do, I would not be capable without the good people around me.
Same.
I
dude.
mean, and
Yeah.
it's from my wife to my partners, to our team that we have. I mean, all the way down, Josh, Jess, Jeanette, even with Courtney, handling the loan stuff, all those people that are around us.
Just great people.
Just a really, really, it's an enjoyable thing to show up somewhere.
Yeah.
And everybody there wants to be there. They're all good people.
Yeah.
And it just makes I want them to win. Like that's what I want them to do. I want them to win.
Yeah.
And just as much as I do.
Yeah. Love that, dude. I love that. If people, you say you get a lot from like teaching people, is there maybe any plans or anything in the works for you to maybe have like some sort of like mentorship opportunity for you?
Yeah, so we've talked about that a couple of times. Me and James have. I think that's probably the next phase that we'll go into.
Yeah.
But like with anything that I do, I don't want to half-ass it.
Right.
So one thing that I see with mentors and stuff, I want to say a saying to it, but the reason they become coaches is because they couldn't hack it doing what they were doing.
Right.
They had no other option. No one else is doing that type of volume like that and doing the coaching. And it might be because you can't do that volume and do coaching. Like it might be tough to do. I don't know, to get into that. But I know that I have a ton of value that is locked up into my brain that I can provide to other people that I have not capitalized on. I mean, just dealing with the foreclosure stuff, the airship affidavit, sub-twos, I mean, just your regular transactions, wholesales, doing pass-throughs, double closing, when to do all that stuff like that. Like I know that I have a ton of knowledge, even on the construction standpoint, as well, to being able to provide to people. I just, that is something that we will get into, and that's probably the next stage. I don't want to say I'm nervous about it, but I have a feeling if we go into something like that, it will explode.
Yeah.
I have a very, very strong feeling if we go into something like that, it would take off.
Well, I think you already have enough like social proof to, bring on a lot of people and actually show them the real ways to do business, So I think just from even the people that you've probably bought deals from, I mean, I'm sure like any wholesaler would be happy to learn from you,
They know if we're contracting, it's closing. They don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that's a confidence they have. They with a seller or whatever. So that's something we provide.
Yeah, absolutely. If someone wants to sell you a deal, Derek, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
I mean, really reach through my phone. On my cell phone, number's 281-352-2632, or hit me up on Facebook. That's usually the easiest ways to get me on Facebook, Instagram. I haven't really kicked off into Instagram. Facebook's more of the probably an older group. Those are usually the people that own the houses that are needing to sell. That's probably where we get a lot of deals from that.
Yeah, from Facebook.
Yeah, I get a ton of deals from Facebook.
Yeah, are you running ads or
no not running ads? Never run ads.
So wait, how do you get deals from Facebook?
Inbox. People are sending the inbox. So those posting stuff that I make like that, it's just a lot of people will get into my inbox.
But how do they find you?
They're connected. However, I mean, whether it's posting into groups, however, they're seeing stuff. Whenever I tag people, it spans to their people as well. And it gets your name out there.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people, they know that I buy. Like people know that I buy. They know to call. So I'm getting phone calls. I mean, you look at my phone. You look at my phone right now. I mean, it's lit up.
Yeah.
This is all. I mean, it probably got 30 to 40 different messages right now that I need to get back to
every day.
It's just constant like that. And so I probably get on average probably 10 deals sent to me a day. A day. Just deals that come through. Some of them are good. Some of them aren't, you know, and usually if I see the numbers and see where they're at, see, this is This is the one that the guy that sold me the 74 unit in Houston's calling me right now.
Oh yeah.
So that's a good call right there.
That's a good
That's a good one to
Do you
answer.
need to take that?
No.
Take it live on the podcast.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be good.
I don't want them to hear that address.
Yeah, I know, right?
I guarantee you that's a good one. Let me see. I'm gonna call him later. But
yeah.
no, we're actively looking for stuff like that. People know that we're looking for that. I will buy anything anywhere if it's cheap enough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where it's at. And also, again, I had somebody that messaged. I didn't even have his phone number saved. Gave me a number that he needed to be at on a house in Cleveland. I told him where I was like, man, I'm going to be like half of that. And I guess no one showed up at his deal. He tried to show up to and was like, hey, I see you buy. What if I just let you go direct? Will you just give me a fee if you close it? And I was like, yeah. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So I went out there, got him on a contract. That's the one I posted. I got on a contract for $15,500 the other day.
You got her for $15K?
$15K.
That's hilarious.
And I'm cutting him a check for $2,500.
Nice.
So he asked for it. I told him, yeah, I'll do it, no problem.
Yeah.
Went out there, got his hand signed right then. And it's a deal that's going to close. We'll buy it cash. I'll probably clean the outside up, paint it, and get an owner finance to somebody.
Yeah.
So
quick and easy, in
and out. I get all my capital back out of it to it and turn it into a note.
Love it.
So
that's good, man. That's awesome, dude. So if anyone wants to connect with you, reach out on the phone, text you, call you, and you'll be able to close. You mentioned something earlier, being a closer. What does it mean to be a closer for you?
Being able to perform.
Yeah.
You have to be able to perform. Know it, mean it, believe it. You've got to be able to do those things. So that is a confidence that I have. I'm ready to say yes before I get that phone call.
Yeah.
So I can't say no to a good deal.
Oh,
it's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter how much I have going on. It doesn't matter the leverage I have. If it's a good deal, I'm going to buy it. And a lot of the deals that we have right now, I'm telling you, are probably 60% or below all in. I mean, it's crazy. It's stupid numbers on some of these
crazy
that we have.
Dude.
Huge spreads onto them. And and we've loaded up
to
get into the next year. When these pops start coming, it's going to be violent.
Yeah.
It's there's no other way around it. It's going to be violent.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the 74 unit, we just got a LOI on it. We'll probably, if it all pans out, we'll make
$2.5 million.
Like $2.5 million just on that one deal.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. If it works out, if it doesn't, we'll rip back about $800 to $1 million out of it, do cost seg onto it, and work it as taxes. So
$2.5 million sounds pretty good, bro.
I'll take that and run. You know what I get excited about that? If it's not even the money from that, it's the leverage that I can create with that.
Yeah.
So getting more capital like that, what can I do with that?
How many more deals could you buy with $2.5 million?
I don't know.
A lot.
A ton.
A lot.
You can control a lot of things that moving forward like that. So
it's good to have liquidity.
And it gives you security too. So things go wrong or they don't sell as quick as they do, and you continue to go down. Like our wholesales that we do, our wholesales just pays for the basic operation. Mm-hmm. The wholesales was not created for us to generate our income. Our income was generated from flips that we did. Mm-hmm. Given these big pops. But the wholesale was just let's just pay for our bills. Let's pay for payroll, pay for our lights, pay for everything that we got going on. That sustains it, and then these big pops that you get continue to go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we have created right now.
Yeah. But a lot of people think, they call themselves, I'm just a wholesaler, I'm just a fix and flipper. Do both. Do everything.
Yeah. I'm an opportunist.
Yeah.
Opportunity is I'm ready to strike. And it doesn't matter what it is.
When you do everything, I feel like that's when you're able to scale, right? You do the wholesales, it pays for the operation, the flips, stack up the cash, and then you have these big pops. Those are the really big home runs.
And then you build the rental portfolio for long-term wealth.
Right.
You don't stack up 300 paying plus doors like that without, taking risk and holding onto those properties like that.
Right.
So you got an RV park, 74 unit, got a 26 unit. We got a storage facility.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a bunch of single family properties that we've got that are very, very good properties that are stabilized. And those are things like that I knew you had to hold on to long term to build wealth, long-term wealth.
Right.
Right. That's what sustains it.
Right.
Right. You're only as good as your last wholesale, your last flip.
Right.
That's it.
The rental sort of the wealth maintainer.
The wealth maintainer over a long time. And if something goes wrong, I can always dig off into that and sell something. We also have, me and James own about 30 lots, free and clear.
Yeah, he told me.
Just lots. So now if anything happens with the market, we can shift over to that. Like the off market stuff has taken over, but if we need to, we can go into that. We have Josh that can build new constructions, and we can build it at cost.
Right. That's
so
great.
We could take that and build at cost, and we can basically build to rent.
Yeah.
If need to.
A lot of different options you have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, man, I really enjoyed this time. I think you shared a ton of value, and I'm really grateful that you're here and you're able to share your story. I think a lot of people will be able to take a lot from it. More importantly, overcoming adversity, building the right mindset to have success. And I think you did wonderfully in sharing your story and showing how that's possible.
Yeah.
So
it's not easy.
No,
I'm telling you, it's not easy on the road up. I promise you.
Yeah.
And it's always a road up, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
You have to never be satisfied with mediocrity.
Right.
You have to always continue to go. And I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
If I get a big pop, the next day I go to work like I never received it.
Right.
And James does that same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You go to work the next day like it never happened.
Yeah. Never happened.
It never happened.
Yeah.
You never received it. It's just another deal.
Right.
So
love that, man. I love that. Share your number again for anyone that didn't catch earlier.
281-352-2632. That's my cell. I'm always available.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I've done is I've always made myself be available as much as I can. You know. So getting back to 40 messages can be tough after this.
Yeah, I know.
But
when I called you, I mean, you answered right away, and you agreed to come on the podcast. So thanks again for that, man. I know you're busy, so
absolutely.
I think this is really good. Yeah, thanks again.
Yep, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.